Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video in The Sims 4. Today we're going to be building the a 2.5 million Simoleon being the in-game currency in The Sims house. Originally when I built this house, I was inspired by a house built in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, called the Spelling Mansion or Spelling Manor. It's one of the biggest houses, or might even be the biggest house in Los Angeles. Now this isn't a copy of that house. It's just loosely based on it, like the whole design of it being an angle lot, or not angle lot, but as the house is kind of on an angle. This house, similar houses have been done on YouTube before. Notably, I think Curtis Paradise done one in The Sims 3. And I guess this is somewhat inspired by that, but his house was inspired by the Spelling Manor. So my inspiration doesn't really come from there. It comes from the actual Spelling Manor in Los Angeles, but it's not really that much like it. Because that house has a lot of like arches and stuff at the front. This one is very much quite boxy in terms of like the windows used. There's not many archways. In the house there is, but on the outside there isn't. But yeah, this house has also got 7 floors. So it's got a good amount of floors. I think it's only got 8 bedrooms, but then that's all you really need in The Sims. Right now we're just building the outskirts of the house. Building the roof, getting those dormers in. The top floor, the 7th floor, where you can see built into the eaves there and the roof, that doesn't actually get used for anything, really. Like one room gets used in it, but the rest of it, it's just such an awkward space. I was like, and the game was lagging out so much anyway, I was like, you know what, let's just, like, you can go, your Sims can walk in that space, so you could use it, but I didn't know what to put up there, so I didn't. But I figured the fact that you can at least go in it makes it better than me just building it and not even trying to make a way for your Sims to get to it. And to be honest, to put stairs in to go up there didn't take up much room anyway, because of, you'll see the way the staircase is done. And there's actually 2 main staircases in the house, and then one like central hall area, which has staircases going to the 1st floor. But then the 2 main staircases are on either, I guess, wing of the house, and they run right from the bottom to the top. Well, not completely from the bottom, because the 7th floor in the basement, or the basement floor, the lowest floor, is actually a vault. So the staircase for that is a little bit different again. But as you can see, I'm just building the staircases now. That kind of staircase will run all the way up to the top of the house, which is nice, and all the way down the basement, as you see, building the basement here. So this big room here, as you see, is actually an indoor basketball court. I thought that was really cool. I've been watching a lot of MTV Cribs, and yeah, they have a lot of basketball courts, and what better to have an indoor basketball court? Yeah, just adding more staircases. A lot of stairs in this house, but then it is a massive house, and it's an expensive house as well. So downstairs, there's almost everything in this house, to be fair. Like, well, most things. I didn't put a nice skating rink in, but I was like, you can either put a basketball court there or a nice skating rink. Like, they'll both fit. So I just don't think the ice skating rink looks that good on this game, like the object itself. I thought a basketball court was more fun, and if it was my house, I'd probably have a basketball court even. But it'd be interesting to know what one you prefer. And talking about that, if you do want to download this house, it will be available. Well, it is available now on The Sims 4 Exchange. I will put the link in the description as well below. It's actually called the Gold Estate on the Sims 4 Exchange, because I just thought that was a cool name, because there's a lot of gold around it. On the screen it actually says Hound's Head, because that's if you look in the top left, that's actually what the lot was called before. But it's not anymore. Yeah, the actual building of the front of the house is quite a simple shape. It's just because it's so big, it takes a while. Again, all these in. There you go. Here's a nice doorways. This is the backyard. Finding the right windows to use is actually really difficult, but I'm happy with the windows that I've chosen. Yeah, just a lot of windows. I know there's a perk or a whim. What do they call it? A lifetime achievement. Is that from The Sims 3? Is that in The Sims 4 as well? I can't remember. The lifetime achievement though, where you have to own a certain amount of windows on your house. I mean, I definitely think you'd fulfill that here. But then to get 2.5 million without doing cheats, the only foreseeable way I could see doing it is if you grow money trees. Or even then, that'll take a while. I know selling paintings makes you quite a lot of money. Well, that's how I make a lot of money with my Sims when I don't want to use cheats. But then I don't know. Like this house, you could definitely live in it easily if your game doesn't lag. You might want to delete stuff. Here we got the master bedroom, where those doors are onto that balcony. The staircases, they're not on an angle. It's just the house is built. The way the house is built, it looks like they're kind of on an angle because that room that they're put in is on an angle rather than stairs being on an angle. Just in case you're wondering. But that room there with the the sliding doors into the garden, that's the master bedroom. And the one thing I wanted the master bedroom to have was big double doors, and I wanted it to look like the master bedroom from the outside, like different from all the other rooms. Because why not? Yeah, just building. So we actually put using move objects on. We managed to put the TVs actually there. So it kind of, obviously it's not going to display it in game, but that would be like the scoreboard area. It's not like a professional basketball court or anything because there's not really anywhere to sit and watch. There's going to be a few seats and stuff, but it's kind of more just designed. I guess if your sim could be a famous athlete in this house, that could be fun. I don't know if that's really a thing on the game, but it'd be fun to have parties there, have a basketball party maybe. Yeah. I like doing that as well, putting those windows overlooking the water. I just think it brings the two areas together nicely. This is gonna... There you go, there's the basketball court. I love those windows as well that overlook it. That looks really like corporate in a way, but in a good way. There's also going to be a lot of the downstairs changes. So at the moment I'm building the vault here. That'll actually move later on in the video because a lot happens down there. Yeah, I included some of the footage just because I thought it's quite nice to see how much a house can change. This room stays relatively the same. I know at one point, what the room's purpose changes, but the actual layout sort of stays similar. They just added the hallways downstairs. There's a indoor pool there because I figured if you've got a mansion, you want an indoor and outdoor pool because in the winter, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be going outside for my swims. I would want to be inside. So you're catered for there. And one thing this house doesn't really have actually, it's like a library. I'm just not a fan of having a library in a house because I don't really read books and I just they're quite handy to have, I guess, in The Sims, but I don't really put one in because I just there's bookshelves dotted around. Actually, I guess it is a reading room, but it's kind of like a sitting room, reading room / afternoon tea room, I guess. You'll see it later. That room behind the staircase there, that's actually going to be another sitting room. A lot of sitting rooms in this house. This house also has 2 kitchens. Well, technically it has 3 kitchens, but the third kitchen is in the butler's quarters. So it's a small kitchen. It's not a big kitchen. So there's 3 kitchens there. which is nice. One of them is a proper homely kitchen. The other one is more or less stay the other kitchen is just a industrial kitchen, I guess. So adding some more detail upstairs, making it all one room, because in the Sims 4 that's something new that you've got to do. To build in the eaves as well, it's actually a little bit more complicated than just placing the roof down. If you play the game, you know what I mean. I'm not going to explain it on this video just because it wouldn't be a great explanation. But yeah, when you're in, you'll see what I mean. You know, I'm sure there's tutorials on it. Yeah, just adding more roofs. I left the top part of the roof flat just because otherwise it gives the house like a really, almost like a haunted look, and I definitely didn't want that because it's supposed to be like the mansion, like the big house. Yeah, you see the upstairs floor plan was quite easy. Yeah. Also, I left a way to get to the back garden from the front of the house without going through the house because I figured it was more realistic, but also it's quite handy to have. Like the house is completely gated anyway, so they can get once they get through the gate, they can pretty much go anywhere. Again, that driveway as well, you can see the landscaping. This is like a grotto area. And then there's a gazebo at the front in front of the driveway. It is, in that picture, it's a wedding area. But I think it changes to a seating area. Because I thought it'd be weird getting married in your own house. Well, I know people do it if they've got a big enough house, but it wasn't the look I was going for. Just adding some nice trees because you need that privacy. Yeah, the driveway, I didn't record building it because it took ages to get right. I kept messing up the alignments and stuff. And it isn't that interesting to watch anyway. Just adding some shrubs. Shrubs. Because we need shrubs. Bushes even. If you're wondering how I've done the ramp as well, going up to that supposed garage, that's actually just a roof on the ground. And you change the texture of it. And then you add the drain that I think came from Get to Work along the ground using the Move Objects sheet. And it kind of looks like a sloped driveway. Kind of. Yeah. The Sims won't use that garage, obviously. And they have nothing to use it for because there's no cars. So it gets turned into a workshop. I think it's one of the last rooms that gets furnished as well, if I remember. Yeah. Another thing about the house, the basement probably has more livable space than the upstairs. But I didn't put any of the areas you'd like live in downstairs. Like it's kind of just like bars, gyms, and there's a few other bits down there as well. There's actually a laboratory down there. So I guess if your sim is a scientist or a doctor, they can definitely make full use of that area down there. And it's like it's got all the amenities that you'd need for a laboratory. It's even got like a conference area, because if it's like a business, run the business from home if you needed to. You can also see the grass in the lot. It looks mowed. It's not actually. To do that, you have to place a lot of rooms in lines, like across the lot, and then you just paint over, and then you delete the rooms, and then it will leave the original terrain paint. That's how you kind of get that grass effect, or mowed grass effect. And you can see there, just adding stuff to the grotto. Actually, a staircase to get down to the basement from the grotto, so you could go. There's like showers and stuff down there. There's also a bar down there, and that fun stuff. So yeah, this is the bar room. And just adding a atrium, because underneath the bar is going to be a bowling alley. There we go. I always put the bowling alley first in when I do a bowling alley, just because you know, the bowling alleys are quite big, so you need to know how much room it's going to take. A lot of this downstairs area does change quite a lot, and this house took a very long time to build. I want to say it took probably in total 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours. Yeah, and there's just a lot of bathrooms. There you go, just saving the game. It's very important that you save the game. That room there is going to be a games room. I have like a ping pong table, arcade machines, all that fun stuff. Originally, it was going to be like a locker room, but you just like it didn't look that good, so I didn't bother. And there we got a load of showers. There's so many toilets in this house and bathrooms. It's probably over 20. Because like where there's like a pool, where there's a gym, there's going to be a bathroom. And even in the laboratory, there's like a shower area. I think every floor by the very top bit in the roof, they're like 6 of the 7 floors have a toilet, including the vault floor. And they all use the gold toilet. The reason for that is because it's 5,000 simoleons, that gold toilet. And when you're trying to get to 2.5 million, you need to, like, you want to do it in a way where it looks like you haven't just placed, like, there's a sculpture that's like 12,000. You could place like 10 of them in a room, and that's like 100 grand done, or 120. But I didn't really want to do that. I did place a lot of that sculpture down. I actually put them in the main house on each floor on the staircase because there was like a little gap, and I thought rather than just having it open, let's put some sculptures there. Yeah, as you can see, this is the downstairs laboratory area. That's kind of like this. I had to keep extending it because it wasn't big enough, but this is kind of like the engine room for the house, I guess. So like the water filtration, all that kind of stuff. Here's like the research area, like the main laboratory. So there's going to be a lot of sinks. It's very clinical down here. Here's that doesn't stay like that. There actually is more extension done to the main laboratory. See the gym upstairs? So yeah, here's the, put a microscope in. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of fun building that room. A lot of fun. I've never actually done the scientist career, so I don't know what any of the machines do, or if they even link to each other. And yeah, here it changes a bit. I wanted to fit that in because it looked really cool. It just wasn't. Like, I was like, let's just add some rooms here. Because it's a basement, you can add whatever you want to it. Yeah, just add in some windows as well because that always looks cool. You can get to that room like there's a car out on the wall, but I didn't want doors into it from there because I wanted it to be like, no, you can't just enter that area. You need to gain access. And this area is actually, it's almost hidden in the house because to get to it, you have to go from the floor above. There's a recording studio, and then I used a bookshelf door, which leads to like the secret staircase down to this area. And then there's another staircase there, which goes down to the vault. So it's quite a cool idea, I think. And here we're just extending the room even more because I'm going to add that room there that I just added. It's going to be a conference room. And it also made the laboratory area even up a bit more. And there we go. Add in the conference area. That's where your meetings go. So when all the crazy scientists are down there making whatever they make, that happens. And then add in, because you can't build like horizontal pipes along the walls. I just put shelves that kind of have a similar effect. Like it looks very industrial down there, which is the look I wanted. And there you go, you can see the vault. I don't fill the vault racks with much. Like I put a bit of gold and a bit of those duffel bags with cash pouring out of them. But I don't really know what to put there. And I figured like if you're a collector or whatever your sim does, like they can fill that with their own belongings. why like, I don't like me putting debug items there that they could find in the game didn't really make much sense, because then it kind of ruins that bit of gameplay. So I thought if I just leave it for you to fill up, then that's more fun. Plus, like, how often are you even going to go down there? Like, there's nothing to do down there. It's just a vault. I mean, actually, I say that you could put some cash down there. Your Sims can actually woohoo in the vault if you wanted to. Also, this house doesn't have any. Yeah, it has a few locations. Obviously, it's got the beds. It's got I think it's got some built-in wardrobes, if I remember. Yeah. All the bedrooms in this house, though, they're themed for young adults or elderly. There's no kids' rooms in this house, because it's like you could add them in, like you could just change some of the rooms, but I just wasn't really the look I was going for. And in the bar, putting the bar on a 45-degree angle is a lot more hassle than it looks, because you have to use Alt to place the counters, because for some reason they don't join up on a 45. But I mean, in the video it doesn't look like it takes long, but it did take long. I love that wood paneling as well on the walls in the hallway areas. It's very nice. It's good for hanging artwork on, and it just adds a bit more detail. Down there, next to the stairs in the bar area, there's like 4 toilets, just because if you're having a party, you don't want to have to go far to go to the toilet. It's not a good look. And there you go. Bring in the staircase. And the dance floor, because what is a bar without a dance floor and a DJ booth? And some sofas to look over the dance floor, because you can. A lot of the sofas in this place actually changed, because I didn't realise, but there's a sofa. Those sofas are like probably 1,000, and then there's some other sofas that are like 5,000. I was like, to get to the 2.5, we're gonna have to use the other sofas, and they look good anyway. So I was like, why not? The bowling alley, at first it just wasn't coming together. Like, it was just like, what is this? Like, I mean, it's clearly a bowling alley, but it's not a very thought out bowling alley. And then halfway through building it, you saw that, it dawned on me, like, why not just build the wall, that back one, and then I can put the sofa where I wanted, which is central to the lanes, rather than central to one of the lanes, and then completely neglect the other one. There's the games room. Got a ping pong, virtual reality, table football. It's what we call it in the UK. In America and probably other countries, it's called foosball. Game paused for a little bit there. Not really sure why, but it did. So continue. There we go. As you can see, I added like a photo studio, the theatre. A lot of it I just had to cut out because it wasn't enough. Otherwise, this video is going to be crazy long, and it was long enough as it is already. And here we go. Just this little area here, I really don't know what to do with it. Just turn it into like a seating area. Like if you've had a swim, going down to the bar, just like a chat area, so it's a bit quieter than the actual bar area. Central diet, just added a TV on the wall, because what good is a pool without a TV? Well, actually, most pools don't have a TV, but I put one in because I could. There you go, just experimenting to see that the ice skating rink would fit, and it does. Not the biggest one, but like the little one, that fits. Added some lot traits. And then going into, so above the grotto, there's like a balcony, but you can only access it from the master bedroom. Just panning around the house a lot. There you go. So finally, there we go. The living kitchen area actually already furnished. Again, I cut that out. It's just a black and gold room, really. Here's like the main hall area. Deleted the wall because it just wasn't really needed, and added some columns in there. And I found that chair as well. That chair was like 15 grand compared to like the other one that's like £1 grand. So I included that as well. Just adding more to the kind of entrance hall. I do like mansions like this. Whether I'd live in a house like this, I wouldn't have a need to at the moment to live in a house like this. I don't think anyone really does. Like, they're a lot of fun to build. I probably prefer like a modern house, but it was fun building this house. Like, if you want a house that screams money, then this house screams money. I wanted to add more columns to the front, but it just never really worked. And then lastly, going to the upstairs. Got a nice atrium, because if you've got a house this big, you should have an atrium. They just, they look a lot nicer. Let's add in some artwork as well. Because when you fill up the walls with artwork, it turns a flat wall into a nice wall. Here's the master bedroom. This was a lot of fun to build because there was a lot of space. You've got that nice bed in the middle, overlooking the garden area. And in this lot, I think overlooks the sea as well. But yeah, here's the garden just being built. Then you've got like a his and hers ensuite bathrooms and dressing rooms. So I think the guy, Sim, would be on the left-hand side. The girl would be on the right. And they get their own bathroom and their own dressing room each. Not really sure why I chose to do that, but it seems the kind of thing that, like, why not? Just why not? You got the money, do it. And I made it like a red and white theme. And then the bathrooms I did different colours because I figured, why not? And in the bathroom, if you're in the bath, you can't watch the TV. Because I remember there was like a real craze when I was like growing up in primary school where like everyone would talk about how many TVs they've got. So I figured maybe this guy hasn't let go yet. I'm just filling up this area here. Hot tub in the master balcony because you've got to have it. And some sun lounges. Yeah, just change the grass area out there so it looks a bit more natural, I guess. And then add in the bedrooms. The bedrooms are very similar to each other. They've all got pretty much the same objects in. Some are missing a few things, like they might be missing like a desk or a chair, just because obviously they're different size rooms. So you can't, like, the big room is going to fit more in than a small room, obviously. But every bedroom has an ensuite bathroom. Like, you've got to do it like that. And yeah, all the ensuite bathrooms have like the jacuzzi bathtub with TVs. Well, most of them do. Some of them they just don't fit because I wanted them to have a shower and bath. So some of them just have a bath shower combo if they can't fit both, which I think is only like one or two. But there's a lot of those jacuzzi baths in the house because in the basement next to the gym, there's like a sauna room with two of them in as well. So yeah, and they're like 12,000 each. And like this is the luxurious house that like you could imagine, or that I could imagine. I was like, you're not gonna buy cheap baths. You're just not. You guys saving the game a few times. You can see this is like the workshop area. I think this is the last room. On the left of the workshop, that's the butler's area. Yeah, just spinning around. Oh no, we still got some more rooms to do. Yeah, just finishing up the bedrooms. Bedrooms in this game, the first few are okay, but when you've got 8 to do, not always that fun. I kind of did each one a different colour. They've all got like the main features like TVs and stuff, because that's how it needed to be. And also this video is like 30 minutes long, so if I'm just rambling on, then it's hard to commentate for 30 minutes, to be honest. Especially when there's not a lot going on, like it's like just bedrooms, and it's going quite quickly as well. There we go. You can see most of the bedrooms are pretty similar in terms of like they've got big TVs and stuff. Alright, so top floor. 7th floor. This is like a secret gaming area. It's got like, almost like in Dev Mouse's house, like there was a video of that online. They put like a streaming station to do live streams, and there's like 4 computers all on the same table with 4 chairs around it. I thought that was a cool idea, and I was like, let's have that. Let's do it. Obviously, your Sims aren't going to stream on it, but they can stream though downstairs, because there is a streaming station downstairs, which is cool. Yeah, just adding some finishing touches, adding some artwork. I think this is just adding stuff to get to the 2.5 million, but also because some of the walls are quite bland and bare. These are quite nice paintings. Yeah, you see in the indoor pool there. Skimming through the bowling alleys. Added some finishing touches to the landscape. Change the game settings a little bit. There we go. And now the screenshots. As you can see, a very big house. My tummy's also rumbling, so apologies for that. Just, yeah, looking through the rooms. There was like the afternoon tea room, got grand piano, reading areas. Some of the objects in this game are massive. There's a screenshot with the microscope in it, and it's so big. Like, it looks cool, but it's just like, why is it so big? And then like the lab areas, the lab, yeah. I don't often put a lab in houses, and there's like a secret recording studio entrance down to the lab. I mean, yeah, this house was a lot of good fun to build. I'm glad it's done, but I hope you enjoy the house. If you want to download it, if you have any suggestions, then let me know in the YouTube comments. If there's anything you want me to build, and also let me know your thoughts of the house are. If it's the kind of house you like, maybe what you'd have done differently, or if you just hate it, just let me know. I want to know if people hate this house, because I'm sure people dislike it. Like, no one's going to like it. Not everyone's going to like it. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is a very long video, so if you stay till the end, thank you. And I'll try and release houses every week. Yeah, I try and do like 1 or 2 houses a week, because why not?